outside? Should I run and hide? How do I take my company worldwide? Do you love the law? Did you watch Hee-Haw? What's the weirdest thing that you ever saw? What's it like in court? Favorite sport? Can you help with my book report? Is my hair too long? Am I right or wrong? And do you mind if I sing along to anything? Ask Alan anything in the world.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Ask Alan, the podcast. My name is Alan Crone, the CEO of the Crone Law Firm. So we're here today with Rick Keith, the owner of Patriot Point Marina in Missouri. That's on the Lake of the Ozarks, right, Rick?
Yes, sir. It is. It's mile marker 60, just there at Stover, Missouri. It's on the calm end of the Lake of the Ozarks.
All right, very good, very good. And we're going to talk about the Lake of the Ozarks and the marina business and all kinds of things like that. I guess the first thing I should ask you, Lake of the Ozarks, you're not mobbed up, are you? You're not laundering money down there for the Chicago mob like Jason Bateman in Ozark, right?
No, but that was before we went there. That was all I knew about the Lake of the Ozarks.
Well, he didn't know much about it either, did he?
No, he didn't. And it's a great place to be. We kind of stumbled on it, to be honest with you. We were looking, I was getting close to retirement. I worked for the city of Memphis for a little over 26 years. And my wife and I were looking at things to do once I retired. And we just kind of happened upon this. And I retired September 18th. And October 26th, we purchased, and November 1st, we took over the operation. And we had a pretty large vision to bring a lot of services to that end of the lake. There's a lot of those services that you would typically see on the other end of the mile marker 1, the 820, even up through the 40. But they just don't have those services at the mile marker 60. So we got there, we started looking at the things that we could do, and I quickly realized that there was no grocery store anywhere around. So the community didn't have one. The folks that came down for the weekends and used the lake recreationally, they didn't have one. We had a big business plan going in, and then once we got on site and looking at things, we're like, we're looking at more than just getting rental boats, doing service for boats, doing typical marina things, written slips and stuff like that. We saw a need for the community and for the lake recreational area. And so we put our heads down the first week in November, and all through the winter, and we built us a grocery store on the marina. So we're really excited about that, and that's been received really, really well. So that was our first change in our business plan. So everybody that knows that you go in with a plan, about 30 days into it, you typically change it quite a bit. So we pivoted, and I think it was a great decision for us for our marina business.
How did you decide on a business in that area? Mile marker 60, the Lake of the Ozarks. Were you familiar with the area? How did you go about determining that's what you were going to do?
Right. So we knew nothing about Lake of the Ozarks other than the movie. We were looking at, I'd owned many storage facilities before. I'd owned other different commercial things before. And we were just looking at something maybe like a passive income type deal, something that didn't take a lot from us. But we've been boating all our life. So we went to Illinois and looked at things. We went to Missouri, we went to Georgia, we went to Alabama, we went to Mississippi, went to Arkansas. And in Alabama, an agent that I was looking at just other things said, look at this marina. So I looked at it, and it just wasn't quite what we wanted. And he was also the agent for the one in Missouri. I went up there and looked at that, and I'm first of all, he had to ask me 3 times to go up there because I didn't want anything to do with a lake. And he said, it's not that kind of lake. And the Lake of the Ozarks is beautiful. It's amazing. It's huge. So I went up there and spent a little time with the owners that were selling. They're great people. We came to an agreement over the tailgate of his truck, actually, and we went forward and made that purchase in October. And we felt like it was something that we could take and bring services that we would want as marina goers. And I'm a project guy, and I saw it as a pretty good project. And we decided as a team to move forward and make that happen. So November 1, we put our heads down, and we've been working ever since.
Well, that sounds great. So you do service and rentals, and now you have a grocery store. Are there any other services that you offer?
So we've got a full service and repair center. We've also got a bait store. We've got a full grocery line. We're bringing on a deli. We're also bringing on a bar and restaurant, which that'll be coming soon. We've got fuel there, and just typically all the main marina services, and then adding a full grocery line, which we're extremely proud of. And we call that the community market, and that's how we brand that. So it's been received extremely well.
Very good. What as we're coming out of the pandemic, what do things look like at Lake of the Ozarks in terms of visitors and business? Is it still down, or are you thinking it's going to be a great summer?
I think it's going to be a great summer. I've spent a lot of time with all our vendors, whether it be our food, liquor, beer, fuel vendors, talking about their supply chains. And of course, those things as a business owner are extremely important, so I can deliver those services to our customers. They were just overwhelmed with the amount of business that they had last year, because everybody left the cities going to rural areas, coming to their lake houses, and they were working remotely. And last year was one of the best years that Lake of the Ozarks had. They're expecting, the same, if not more, this year. And a lot of people are, pivoting towards that, work remote. And we're trying to make sure we're in place to provide services, whether it be grocery or fuel or service. They don't have, where you buy your groceries online and have them delivered. That's not even thought of down there. And we're looking at doing a online grocery purchase and being able to deliver. We'll start off with the elderly in the wintertime. And if that model goes well, then we'll bring it to the weekend Lakers that are around that area and deliver to them by boat to their dock. So we're trying to bring some of those city services that we're all used to, right, and put them there at the lake. And I think people are really going to like it.
All right, kind of help me visualize where, what, are you on the south side, or which side of the lake are you on?
So kind of the north side, so mile marker 60. So you get up towards, going up towards the dam and everything. There's some shallow areas, in March, it's pretty shallow. But it's a great place to be. It's a calmer area, down at the other end, the bigger boats. It's really hard to put your family on a tube and run around, stuff like that. Up where we're at, there's plenty of coves. There's people cove out all the time, and plenty of things to do, and it's a lot calmer. So we're just trying to make sure that we provide the services they need, whether it be fuel, groceries, or whatever, because we see more and more people coming.
If I'm from Memphis and I'm thinking about doing a Lake of the Ozarks trip, and I want to be somewhere near you, what kind of accommodations are in or on the north side? Are they all pretty much like rental houses? Are they private residences? Are there resorts? What kind of accommodations are up there?
So it's a mix. There's Airbnbs. There's some local owners that have, nightly stay type stuff that's pretty nice. Then when you get up the hill and into town, of course, there's some hotels. There's some bed and breakfast area, people with bed and breakfast, stuff like that. So it's there. What we are also looking at, though, is we will be building this winter cottages within about 3/4 of a mile from our marina. And so people will be able to rent those cottages and be really, really close to the water. One of the other things that we're working on right now is the International Raceway is just up on top of the hill from us, a couple, 10 miles away. And we have acquired the land to build an RV park close to there. So that's about 15 minutes from us. So our intention is to provide service to the raceway, but to also provide a shuttle service down to the marina and the other local businesses down there by us. So it's a really strong group of businesses down there that have gotten together in a way to where we can bring business down to us, not only from up on the road in town, but to bring it in from the lake to us. So we're really concentrating on that and providing the lodging, which seems to be a big piece of the puzzle.
Sure. What's the best way to get there from Memphis?
Wow, there's so many different ways to go. I personally, I take 55 up to St. Louis. I catch 270 just south of there, go to I-44, and then going west and catch 5. That's about 7.5 hour trip, but it's safe. It's good. You've got plenty of fueling stops. You've got good cell service. You can go straight up 5 over from Arkansas, and it just service gets sketchy. And I'm usually making a bunch of phone calls back and forth, so I just take the wide roads all the way up.
Right. It's worth a little bit of extra time in your car to know that you've got the support if you need it, whether it's cell service or
Absolutely.
You don't want to run out of gas in the middle of the Ozarks.
No, it's beautiful drive up through the rural roads and all. And if that's what you want, then it's a great way to go. Me personally, as far as business, I've got 15 phone calls to make between here and those Ozarks and Memphis are back and forth as I travel. So I try to just stay on the main roads and all. And it's an easy drive for me. There's plenty of places to pull over, plenty of places to eat. If you want to stop near St. Louis and overnight, that works well. I do that a lot. So that's just kind of the way I do it. My wife, she may go straight up 5 and look at all the rural roads and the curves and everything. And I'm just more business oriented on those trips.
Sure. Yeah, my folks used to live in, they've moved back to Shelby County, but they used to live in Horseshoe Bend, Arkansas, which was kind of near Hardy. And that is a pretty drive to kind of cut over at Jonesboro, and I think it's 63. And you can kind of come up the Southway, but you can very easily get behind any number of farm implements, which both raise your blood pressure, at least mine, and slow you down. So there's lots of good for the interstate.
And they just jump out of the fields. They don't ask for permission.
Oh, yeah, they own those roads. They own those roads.
That's right.
Well, what other? So if I'm going up that direction, what other attractions are there near you? These other businesses you talked about. What kind of critical mass of civilization y'all got going on?
So there's Bridal Caves, which is a huge attraction. When you get closer to us, as far as down in the Ivy Bend, the area where the marina is called Ivy Bend, mile marker 60 area. There's the Wet Spot, which is a great bar and grill. They've done a tremendous job bringing in folks. They've got great food. They do a lot on social media and stuff. There's other local businesses down there that are also doing good. On the 50 Red Fox, we're actually partnered with them on their barbecue sauce. So Roy there makes a great, unbelievable barbecue sauce, even by Memphis standards. It's great. And we actually got together. We're big into community partnerships, and we got together and we're actually selling his sauce in our store. And then we're doing barbecue sandwiches and stuff for events. We use his sauce, and he's been a great partner. He actually called me the other day and said, "Are you ready for some more?" And I said, "Yeah, we're sold out." He said, "I'm on the way." And next thing I know, we're going down to the dock like Lake of the Ozarks and getting stuff off a truck and bringing it off a boat and bringing it back up to the store, you know. But yeah, he's a great partner. So we're excited about the folks, other businesses down there that are really working hard.
So how long did it take you to plan and execute this post-retirement strategy? I'm sure you didn't just wake up the day after you retired and say, oh, I'm going to go open a marina. How did you approach that planning process?
So my wife and I looked at, you know, when do I want to retire from the fire department, and what do I want to do? And I'm a big project guy, and I was able to, you know, be in some fairly large projects with the city at the end of my career. So the smaller projects didn't interest me. So we looked at, you know, of course, return on investment, all that stuff and all. And this came up, and it's a decent project. You know, we're meeting needs of the community, which is important to me. You know, I watched the city leadership before I left, you know, how they dealt over in the Tillman area with the food desert. And I used that as an example for our grocery store. I learned a lot from that. And I was just on the fringes of some of that stuff. And some of the other things that I got at the end of my career, you know, we've taken that and looked at, you know, how we can take and develop a business you know, from a private standpoint and all. But, you know, marinas, they make good money. You just have to treat people right. And, you know, there are some challenges, but we're water people, and it just kind of fit for us. But the things that I'll be honest, things that I learned my last 5 years in the city, they really helped us a lot.
Well, that's a great methodical way of putting it together. And I think you just kind of summed up business right there, one sentence, if you just treat people right. And so much of business failure is, you know, you get focused on yourself or you get focused on your business, but you forget that your customers are really the people that power it. And it's good to know the business, to have been a customer of other marinas in order to give people what they want. I'm sure that factored into your decision to go into the marina business.
Absolutely. We looked at things as customers and going into different marinas, things that we would have liked to have seen or done better. And we looked at things that just by living in the city of Memphis that we got used to, whether it be grocery delivery or whatever. We're like, you know, how can we bring those services? And on this end, on the lake, end of the lake that we're at, it's very, you know, nobody's tried to do that. But I learned a lot at the end of my career that you can make things happen if you build the right relationships. And that's not only with the other business owners or the local government, but just your customers. And we spent a lot of time over the winter asking our customers, you know, what do you need? What do you want? Would this be something that you would like? And when they came to us and said, you know, we'd like a grocery store, we said, well, let's see if we can make that work. And they've really supported us. They came out in droves Memorial Day weekend. It was a pretty moving experience. So I was really, really excited about that.
What's your goal for this season? Your first season in operation, what are your goals?
Well, we'd like to make sure that our processes are in place, improve on a daily basis. You know, you can talk about a lot of things in general as far as, yes, we'd like to, you know, make more money, figure out ways to bring on new revenue streams, all that stuff. But what I want to do is, it's just kind of simple for me. When people come up, they're happy with our service. And if we've given them service in the past, they talk about how we took care of them well, whether it be from fixing their boat or bringing in the right grocery line for them or whatever. Is, you know, I've always said I want to be able to walk into a room and nobody want to hate me. You know?
That's another really good goal. That's a great goal.
Yeah. So
being a lawyer, that's not always. I can't always meet that goal.
No, sir. You have to make some tough decisions. So that's I kind of keep it simple. My staff, we've really built a really great management staff. And that was one of the things coming in. The previous ownership had a very small staff. It was family owned. But to provide the services that we want to provide to the community and our customers, we had to build a more robust staff, and we reached far out to bring key people in as far as our management group, and they are doing a tremendous job. I can't thank them enough every day that they bring those services, because they are an extension of me and the things that I want to do for our customers.
How many employees do you have?
We have 14 full-time employees, and we're bringing more and more seasonal on. We're fixing to do what I call another hiring frenzy next week. So
Will those be seasonal jobs? Or
yeah, yes, they'll go through September. Are more dock workers, more runners. A lot of what happens at the marina is people come into town and they want to start now. You know, whether they want their boat in the water, or they want their groceries now, or their ice now, or their fuel now. It's about time. And one of our primary goals is when our customers come up, it's about us giving you your time back. So you want to be on that lake, we want to get you gas, we want to get you ice, we want to get you out of here. If you want to come and hang out with us, because we've got some amazing things that we do at the marina. We've got a green space. If you've not been down that way, it's mainly rock, and growing grass seems to be difficult. So we actually went and bought AstroTurf, and so we're building a huge green space, and we were able to see Memorial Day weekend kids playing around on the grass and they're in their bare feet and stuff like that, which was really neat, and it makes people want to stay and all, and utilize our services. So we're geared to where if you want to come and go back to your cove or back to your home, we'll provide that service quick, and that takes more staff to make that happen, to deal with everybody. But if you want to stay, then we'll have the things there to where you can stay and play cornhole or badminton, whatever you want to do, and just enjoy the music and enjoy the day there, and buy stuff from the grocery or the bar there.
I would imagine a business like yours would increasingly rely on a digital marketing strategy. Is that right? Are you old school, word of mouth, or both?
So we hit it. We're extremely aggressive with social media. You can always catch us on Facebook and Instagram, and we are very aggressive there. We're very aggressive with up at the Lake of the Ozarks. Radio is a huge form of getting to people. And this week we ran an extremely aggressive radio campaign on 6 stations, and then we're going to continue with 2 other stations through the summer. And then of course word of mouth. If you make one boo-boo, they tell 10 people. So we really work hard. We're not saying we're not going to make a mistake, but I do want to know about it so that I can reach out to the customer, and we can make good on that mistake and try to do better the next time. We don't want to shove anything under the carpet. We want to take care of our people. We're not perfect, but we're trying to do the best we can every day.
So if I wanted to find you on Facebook, would I just search for Patriot Point Marina?
Yes, sir. Patriot Point Marina.
And how about Instagram? What's your Instagram handle?
Same
thing?
Yep.
All right. So we'll put that down at the bottom of the screen, and so folks can find you on social media. Go on there.
Make sure they like it.
Get him a like him, and follow the social media, because that's really the best way to probably find out what's going on and whether or not you want to take a trip over there. It sounds like it would be a great week trip. If you're tired of going to the beach or St. Louis to watch a ball game, just kind of hanging out at the lake sounds pretty good to me.
Oh, it's a blast, and we're going to have a lot of things going July 4th. We'll be doing some fireworks. We're also have through social media, asking everybody to send us their pictures of their favorite flag picture, and we'll be doing a drawing on the 4th and giving some Patriot Point swag out then. But there's a lot of things going on at the Marina, and we're excited to bring those new services and introduce things to the community and to the weekenders that come down. We want them to have a great time, and we want to be happy with our services.
Sure. So in terms of your business model, are you basically shut down at the end of September, or will the restaurant and the food market kind of take you through the off season?
So in the past owner, they shut down November 15th and opened back up March 15th. Our model is to be open year round. There's several reasons for that. Number one, we can maintain our staff, our core staff, and not have to rebuild that every year. But the grocery is needed year round. And then service work in the past, what they would do, there would be a huge onslaught of service repair needed in March, April, and May, so people could get ready. What we're doing is when you bring your boat out in the fall, we'll take that through our service department, let you know what you need to fix that you tore up, that you don't know about or whatever, and give you a plan on how we can get that fixed for you over the winter in the next 3 or 4 months. And if it's a big project, spread that expense to where you're not having to take your boat out of the water in the summertime when you want to use it. And when it's in storage, have it repaired. And you're also not paying for all the stuff you do in the summer as far as the entertainment cost is food, lodging, and all that. Now we're just going to work on your boat. So, it helps both. It helps us to have service through the winter, and then it helps our customers by, decreasing their summer cost per se. So that's why we're doing that.
Well, I know you've just started in business and probably got a lot of experiences in front of you. But if you're looking back at the process of, planning and implementing, getting started, we've got a lot of folks that watch this that are entrepreneurs or thinking about becoming an entrepreneur. What lessons did you learn in that if you could go back a year or two and tell Rick Keith, hey, I can save you some money or save you some time by avoiding this problem, what would it be?
Well, first thing would be just to have more patience. The first thing I learned, Memphis is fast paced, and then I was on the fire department and in EMS. So it was really fast paced. I was used to a pretty fast tempo, and I got introduced to what they call lake time really quick.
Right.
So some things are going to just cost more because it's going to cost you time. And so if I were to go back, if I were 2 years down the road and I went back, I would tell myself, hey, it's not going to go as fast as you want it to. And it may cost you a little bit more than you think because of that. But I'd still think in the end, it's worth it. It's just when you're used to going at one tempo and then there's this lake time thing that comes to you, it goes slower, and you just have to embrace that or it'll drive you crazy. And I'm about halfway there.
Yeah.
I'm about halfway there. But that's my biggest thing. Listening to the customers, of course, would be at the top of the list there. But yes, patience is a big thing at the lake.
What strategy? What are you doing to kind of get connected into the community? You're coming there from Memphis, and you're entering a new community. How do you let them know that, hey, I'm not here to make a quick buck and leave. I'm going to be a part of this community for a long time.
Right. That's a great question. That was one of the biggest hurdles I felt we had coming from Memphis. Nobody knew us. especially coming in the winter time and taking over a business that had been there 40 years and changing it. I saw that as a uphill battle for us. So what I did was I plugged in. I learned how to do that in Memphis with the job that I had. And I plugged into some of our local government officials. I plugged into the local business group, plugged into the local Marine technician program group. And I offered some of the tools that I had in my toolbox to them. And, we've become, my goal was to become entrenched in the community and show them that we were here to stay. I told them up front, we're going to be residents of Missouri, and that we want what's best for the community, and we want to hear what the community has to say. So I met with other business owners and got to know them. We had a lot of meals together, and we've been able to become great allies and work together in other partnerships to make the community better and bring things to the community that they need.
Now, am I crazy? But as I'm sitting here listening to you talk about all of this, all the plans you've got, you may have a reality show on your hands. I mean, following you around and watching all this business grow and all of the antics that come along with the marina. You get some sort of play on words with the HBO series. I think that's another revenue stream for you.
Hey, I'm willing to look at any revenue stream. If they want to follow me, all I can say is get some good tennis shoes, because we walk a lot all day long. We're on and off the docks, in and out of the buildings. We're handling a lot of things behind the scenes and taking care of customers in different ways and all. But yeah, another revenue stream is always welcome at the marina.
Did you have to do a lot of rehab work or renovations? I know you had to do something for the market, but what kind of condition was the facility in when you got it?
So that's the whole deal about patience that I was talking about. So we've been under capital improvement and construction since November 1. We wanted to take the buildings, they were older buildings, bring them up to date. We've demoed the inside of there's 5 buildings. The main building, we totally demoed the inside of that to create the grocery store. It's new plumbing, new electrical, it's a pretty substantial infrastructure project just for one facility and all. But we have been under construction since November 1, and we'll probably continue some pretty major capital projects on the campus for the next 2 years. But it's to do it the right way, and things go slower at the lake. So I just have to set my expectations a little bit longer, and that's where I've had to learn patience.
Well, very good. Well, it sounds like if we wait a couple of years, the northern part of the lake may become more crowded, like the southern part of the lake, as you guys expand, because it just sounds like it's kind of a well-kept secret there now, but with the rate you're going, it probably going to see a lot more action.
We expect that. The other business owners there in the Ivy Bend area, we discuss destinations rather than you just coming and using our services. Mm-hmm. So we want you to come and know that there's 2 or 3 places, close that you can hop from place to place on the lake. And so that's what one of the things we're really working hard is to say Ivy Bend means business, and Ivy Bend is a destination to come to, and the businesses that are there to support your needs, they're grown up and they're ready to give you what you want. You just need to come see us.
Well, that sounds like a good last word to me, Rick. I think everybody should come see you, and sounds like a great place to be, particularly this year or next year before it gets overbuilt. before you're too successful. Go up there and take advantage of the little bit calmer atmosphere. And that's a great thing to do if you're worried about COVID or whatnot. Those kind of trips really are great because you're kind of isolated and they're not big crowds. So you can take advantage of that over the next couple of years.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's something to do for everyone there, and it's a safe place to be. It's a great place to come see us.
Well, very good, Rick. I appreciate it. Good luck to you. I wish you nothing but the best of luck this year. And I know you're going to do great. And next time you're in Memphis, give me a shout. We'll go get a cup of coffee or something. And the next time I'm in your area, I don't have a boat, but maybe I'll come rent a boat or something and give you a little business.
All right. I'll take all the business I can get. I appreciate you, sir.
All right. I appreciate you. I also appreciate all of y'all that are watching or listening to this episode. I think you probably enjoyed it. It was a great episode. Please share it on social media. Email it around if you know someone who you think would be interested in the content. Email it around, and going up to Ivy Bend and Patriot Point Marina and have a good old time either over a weekend or a week or 2 weeks. You'll be glad that you did. So again, I'm Alan Crone. Rick is going to go take care of some customers, get them back on the lake, and I'm going to go get some justice. Thank you all very much.